Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. In our last video, we tackled all of the rampages on the Western Island, and we finished with the lone rampage here on Starfish Island, which is where we find ourselves now. First, I'm going to show you the statistics. We are currently at 16% complete, so just remember that number, 16% at the start of this video. So what is this video all about? Well, it's about unique jumps. There are a grand total of 36 unique jumps, 18 on the Eastern Island, 1 on Prawn Island, 1 here on Starfish Island, and 16 on the Western Island. So the goal for this video is to tackle as many of the West Island unique jumps as we can, as well as the one jump here on Starfish Island. And I say we want to do as many as we can because the wiki claims that some of the unique jumps on the Western Island are not accessible to us at this early stage in the game. So we headed here over to the Western Island, and we are going to grab this PCJ, which spawns right here inside of Howlin' Pete's. All you got to do is break the glass window by either driving through it or shooting it with a gun. And we're going to tackle the first of our unique jumps in this series. It's a unique jump that you would naturally do during a particular mission for Mitch Baker. It's called Hogtied, and you're supposed to head up the stairs here on some motorcycle and into this compound here on my left to retrieve an angel that was stolen from Mitch Baker. But that Mitch Baker video isn't coming for a long time, so we're going to grab this unique jump now. And then I'll just skip ahead. We're going to do lots of skipping here. Lots of boring drives are being cut out, but I just want to show you me grabbing my armor. Remember, we were down to 1 HP for our Rampage challenge in the last video, and now we're up to 250. Awesome, awesome. And then we'll just grab some ammo and then head right back down and grab that PCJ. I also saved the game, which is why the time is going to be about 6 hours ahead here. And so the game claims that there are 3 jumps that you cannot do until during or after the mission G Spotlight, which is, again, many videos from now. But it turns out it is possible to stunt your way up onto the medical center, which is the location of one of those 3 jumps on the mission G Spotlight. Oh, so satisfying to get up here like that. So this technique is one that I saw from a speedrunner named Marushko, and I've linked their video below. And in their video, they started a brand new game and proceeded to do 35 out of 36 unique jumps as the very first things that they did in the game. And so what about that 36th jump? Well, if you're familiar with that mission G Spotlight, you know that you start by going into a building and into an elevator, which transports you and your motorcycle up to a higher floor. And then you take your motorcycle through a glass window, and that glass window is one of the unique jumps, and it's one that we just cannot access at this point in the game, not until during the mission G Spotlight or anytime after you've completed the mission G Spotlight. So my motorcycle is struggling here in terms of its health. I was just hoping to get it to survive, but it takes damage, I think, every time you hit a ramp and then every time you land, a little bit of damage. So here is the jump. We are on fire, all good. All I have to do is land and then hop off. And then I'll just head over to that spotlight you can see off in the distance, which is the conclusion, the location of the conclusion of the mission G Spotlight. So as I mentioned, I put Marushko's video below. You can check that out. I'm also putting below a link to the wiki page on the unique jumps here in Vice City, just to give you a sense of the order in which I'm doing these jumps. So I started with jump number 20, according to that wiki page, and I'm just going to go in order, although I had to skip the one, the one that is the first one on the mission G Spotlight, where you have to go up that elevator. That building is accessible, but the elevator is closed at this early point in the save file. All right, so if I wanted to rate these jumps, again, 1 is terrible, 10 is awesome. Probably I'll rate the jumps in terms of like how they look to me. You know, like sort of the slow motion cutscene, how nice does it look? And also some of the jumps are just annoying to do. And so I'm going to penalize the ones that are annoying. All right, so the first one that we did, if you think back, it was the one on the Mitch Baker mission up the staircase ramp and onto the roof next to that compound. It's okay, 7 out of 10, I guess. It's kind of annoying that sometimes you just fail that jump through no fault of your own. You just wipe out when you get your bike to the bottom of the stairs. Actually, I'm going to penalize it. 6 out of 10. Take that. Okay, the next jump that we did was the one that is on the mission G Spotlight, but we kind of stunted to get up there. That jump is normally okay, but today in recording footage for this video is the first time I've ever stunted like that onto a building. So 10 out of 10, just because that was a lot of fun for me. Took a bunch of attempts. I only showed you my success. All right, here I'm headed to Starfish Island, and I was hoping to get my PCJ over there because there's a jump that I think like basically requires a PCJ. Maybe you can do it with a fast car, and there are plenty of fast cars on Starfish, but I decided to take a packer and angle it off to the side so I can avoid the invisible wall. And then I'll double speed through this ride. Normally I would just cut to the next jump, but getting to this next jump is tricky. It's tricky to find. Um, Real big credit to the folks who found this jump on their own without a walkthrough, without the internet, just by looking around and trying to jump over all kinds of different things. But this one is way buried. Like you got to go through like several gates and around a corner, and then there's just this little tiny set of stairs, and you got to think, oh, let me get a motorcycle back there and see if that happens to be a unique jump. I mean, you got to try a lot of sets of stairs in order to find all 36 of the unique jumps, and that one is a tricky one. Okay, so then I just do my standard thing to hop on out of Starfish Island, and then I'll go grab another PCJ so we can continue. I was tempted to hop on that boat there, but I didn't. I just did my normal, boring jump here from the bush. All right, so continuing to rate, then we had the second G Spotlight one, the one that ended very close to the something to the spotlight itself. So we'll give that one a 7 out of 10. That one's pretty nice. All right, and so then the next jump that we did was up a ramp that led us on top of a roof in Little Haiti. It's pretty boring. I don't know, 3 out of 10. You just have to cross the street there. All right, and then we had the one over by Auntie Poulette's. That one's okay. We'll give that one a 7 out of 10. Then another one, basically where we landed at the end of the Auntie Poulette's one, where we ended up on top of the roof of the Pay and Spray. That one is kind of annoying because I oftentimes smack into the Pay and Spray, like the back of that building. I don't know, 5 out of 10 on that one. Then we had a series of ramps in Little Havana and hopped up onto another rooftop and some air conditioning vents. That one's just okay for me, 5 out of 10 on that. And then we did the one on Starfish Island, which is a 1 out of 10 for me. I struggled so much with that one when I played it when I played Vice City originally on my Kindle Fire, which was a touchscreen control. It was so difficult to steer myself correctly with the touchscreens and lean forward and hit the gas and hit the staircase at the correct angle. Oh, brutal. 1 out of 10. All right, so then we headed over here to the airport. We did the one over by the surfing billboard out front. That one's kind of nice. I like the way that ramp is designed into the billboard. 8 out of 10 there. Then we have some terminal ones themselves. We had a couple. Let's see. We had one which took us outside of the airport. It's just all right for me. We'd go 5 out of 10. Here, my poor little bike got on fire. I had to go out and either steal another bike or hope that this sports car would take care of it. So I'm going to give the other terminal ones. They're all just all right for me. I don't know, 7 out of 10, except for the two by the this red rotating tower here. I like both of those quite a bit. We'll say 10 out of 10 on those ones. Okay, and then I'll show you the stats, and we will see that our 16% has gone up quite a bit, all the way up to 27%, 11% for these jumps. It's a crazy amount. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, so 16 out of 36 jumps completed. And again, we were at 16% now, all the way up to 27%. That is a wild jump. All right, so I will share a little bit more about the percentages and also about the cash rewards when we complete the rest of the stunt jumps in a video coming pretty soon. We got all the ones over on the east building, plus the on the east island, plus the one over on Prawn Island, and I'll talk a little bit more about some statistical stuff when we get there. If you have anything to say about any of these jumps, please feel free to share in the comments. Do you like jumps? Do you think they're boring? Do you think they're fun? What do you think? We'd love to hear from you. I'll just save a couple of times here in preparation for our next video. We'll get a nice morning start in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.